Latte was the kind of kitten you couldn't forget. He was small, fragile, and always seemed to be tired. While the other kittens ran around, playing and climbing, Latte would lay down to rest. He wanted to join in, but his little body just couldn't keep up. At first, it looked like he just had a cold. His eyes looked cloudy, his energy was low, and everyone hoped that with food and care he would bounce back. But it didn't happen. Instead, he got weaker. By the time he was 5 weeks old, it was clear something was very wrong. He started breathing with his mouth open, and that was a dangerous sign. Looking closer, his rescuer noticed something shocking. The center of Latte's chest wasn't rising when he breathed. It was actually sinking inward. That meant his lungs and even his heart were under constant pressure. For such a small kitten, this was life-threatening. The vet gave 2 choices, neither of them easy. Latte could go home, but he would likely not survive the weekend. Or they could take a huge risk and try a surgery no one had ever done on a kitten this tiny. It was frightening, but there was no question. Latte had to be given a chance. He was rushed into emergency surgery. The vets attached a small plate to his chest to push it outward and take the weight off his lungs and heart. It was a scary wait, but then the news came through. Latte had made it. He survived the operation. Against all odds, this fragile kitten was still alive. Because of the plate, Latte had to wear little socks to protect the area. At first he looked a little funny, like he was wearing a tiny potato sack. But soon he was moving around, and those socks became a symbol of his fight to live. His recovery space was a padded bathtub filled with blankets and a stuffed animal for comfort. After a couple of days, Latte started acting like a completely different kitten. He could breathe normally for the first time in his life. He began playing, pouncing, and even wrestling with his toy. It was like he had been waiting all along for this chance. As the weeks passed, his job was simple: get stronger until he reached 8 weeks old, when the plate could finally be removed. Day by day, his progress amazed everyone. He was growing, eating well, and for the first time, he wasn't falling behind his siblings. When the plate finally came off, the transformation was clear. Latte wasn't weak anymore. He was healthy, strong, and bigger than most kittens his age. The tiny kitten who once lay exhausted by the toilet paper roll was now full of energy and personality. Latte's story didn't just stop with survival. While he was recovering, people online followed every update about him. One woman fell completely in love with him from the very beginning. She watched his journey closely, and when he was ready, she adopted him. Saying goodbye was emotional for the rescuer. After weeks of late nights, vet visits, and constant care, handing him over was not easy. But knowing he was heading to a loving forever home made it all worth it. His new mom promised to give him all the love, comfort, and attention he would ever need. Today, Latte is living a happy, full life. He plays, cuddles, and explores just like any other cat. The only difference is that his journey to get here was much harder than most. From a kitten who could barely breathe to a strong cat with a safe home, his transformation is proof of what love and care can do. Latte's journey shows why every animal deserves a chance. Sometimes, all it takes is someone willing to fight for them, even when the odds look impossible. This little kitten could have been lost, but instead, he's alive and thriving. If Latte's story touched your heart, please give this video a like. Share it so more people can see how important rescue work is. And tell us in the comments if you've ever saved an animal in need. Even one act of kindness can change a life forever.